Are you wondering what winter's like in Montana? In this video, we'll give you a few tips on how to get through a Montana winter. So in this video, we're going to break down Montana winters. We're going to show you around the state. Winter is very different in different parts of the state. And we're going to give you a few tips on what to do if you live here in the winter, or if you're visiting here in the winter. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to show you this app that's great for winter time here. And if you don't live here, it's great to just check out Montana and you'll be able to see different parts of Montana whenever you want. So stick around for that, and let's get into it by checking out what it's like around the different parts of Montana. Okay, so we get questions all the time from people that have never been to Montana about the winters here. And I just want to show you the map, and we'll kind of go across the state and I'll give you a quick idea of what it's like. The western part of the state is much warmer than the east side. The east side is kind of out on the prairie. You get a lot of wind out there. It's a lot like North Dakota and Minnesota, where you get the bitter, bitter cold. In the mountains on the west side, you don't get the bitter cold all that often. It's not that it can't happen, it's just not the norm like it is over here on the east side of the state. We get a lot more snow on the west side too in the mountains. Some of the mountains, the ski resorts will get over 300, 400 inches of snow. You don't get that down in the valleys, but we get tons of snow out here, much more than you get on the east side. On the east side, you just get the cold. So let's kind of go through the map right here. We'll start in Kalispell up here in the northwest corner. And I'm going to give you the average temperature and the average snowfall. And again, this winter is nothing like a normal winter. It is very mild. So it may raise the averages a little bit. It's that warm this winter. We don't have much snow. But anyway, Kalispell, the average temperature in the dead of winter, all these are going to be in December, January average temperatures. In Kalispell, the average high temperature is 30 and the average low is 16. So keep in mind, that's the average. So there's half of the days are above 30, half are below 30. And then the average snowfall in Kalispell is 55 inches. If you go down to Missoula, it's not much different. The average high is 31, the average low is 17, and the average snowfall is only 37 inches. So they get less snow down the further south you get, and it's basically the same temperature. If you head over to Butte or down the interstate to Butte, Butte kind of sits in a little valley and it gets a lot colder there, even though it's in the mountains. So they only have an average high of 29 and their average low is 5. So it gets cold there in Butte, just because of where it is in proximity to the mountains. And they get an average of 62 inches of snow. And then just a little north of there in Helena, their average high is 33, average low is 13, and they get an average of 38 inches of snow. Then we get to Bozeman. Their average high is 33, average low is 12, and they get an average of 50 inches of snow. And finally over to Billings, they get an average high of 36 degrees, average low of 18, and they get about 54 inches of snow every year. And that is basically the winter across Montana. I was telling you about the east side. Haver's a good example. Haver sits out on the prairie. There's no trees to stop the wind, and they get their average high is only 29 and their average low is 6, and they only get 38 inches of snow, but they get that bitter, bitter cold. But also on the east side, they can get really warm days, as you will see coming up later in the video when I get to this app that I'm going to show you. So one of the things you definitely need around here in the winter is a four-wheel drive vehicle and studded snow tires. We have had studded snow tires ever since we moved up here. They get much better traction on snow and ice, And on the road I'm about to show you, you'll see that studs are critical for travel on these types of roads around here. If you don't have studs on this type of road, you're going to be sliding around, and four-wheel drive as well. And I'll show you, here's what the studs look like up close. We just got these tires this fall, so they're still in pretty good shape. As you can see, the studs are all still sticking up above the tire a little bit, so they get the most traction. And they're just metal studs that are embedded into the tire. And like I said earlier, they last about 3 years, but kind of a critical thing to have here in Montana with your four-wheel drive to get up and down roads that are pure ice. So here's your two types of roads you get in the winter around here. You either get snow-packed like this, or in town or out on the highway that you really need to be careful of, you'll get black ice. And it's because we get a lot of melting and thawing during the day here, so things get wet. And then this is in the morning. The roads are just slick ice. There's no snow on them. They don't look like they're slippery, but this is just glazed ice all the way through. And you really have to be careful. And that's, if you don't have studs on this, you're sliding around even if you have four-wheel drive. So studs on this type of black ice are critical. All right, so this app is what I was talking about earlier, and this is a great app. You can get it on the App Store for your iPhone or Android. Just go to the App Store and type in Montana Department of Transportation, and it will come up. This one here, obviously, this is the exact same thing, but this is on my desktop. And it's awesome because you can see all over Montana. There's webcams all over. So, for example, up here by Great Falls right now in Loma, Montana, you look at the pictures and it's looking pretty nice. Sunny, no snow to be found. The air temperature is 58 degrees right now. This is, by the way, this winter, there's never been a more mild winter that I can remember. This is crazy right now. Because even if you go up here, up towards Eureka, up on Highway 93, there is some snow, but the road is perfectly clear. There's no snow and ice on the road. That's the other thing with this app. As you can see over here, it shows the different colors of the lines for the highways, tell you what the highway is like. And so this pink here is the black ice that I was showing you earlier. But as you can see on the map right now, pretty much the whole map is green. Just up in here, up in the Yak, up towards Libby and Troy, there is some snow a little bit on the roads. Not bad, but this is a great app to check out if you're ever traveling here in the winter. We just recently went down to Arizona, and we took I-15, and you go over Monida Pass. If you watched my video from last week, I did a video on that. Well, here's the live picture of Monida Pass right now. And it was dry last week, and it looks like they still haven't gotten any more snow up there. The roads are still clear. So it's a pretty handy app. It also, even in Livingston, where it gets pretty windy on this pass here between Livingston and Bozeman, it even shows you the wind gusts. It's at 40 miles an hour right now, which is pretty windy. But yeah, this app is a great thing to use here in the winter. It also shows these little incident things, and it's usually construction. Not sure, special event. Not sure what that is, but I was looking up here earlier. This is, falling rock on road. It must have been this one here. It was just showing, work zone construction. So what this app does is, if you're driving anywhere in Montana or driving out of Montana, it will show you everything you need to be concerned about. Or if you just want to run around and check out the webcams, here's the Bozeman Pass, just to see what the weather's doing down there. It looks pretty nice in Bozeman right now. The road looks good. I've been over that road a couple times where it's just been pretty bad, but it's 46 degrees there right now, so not bad at all in Bozeman. Way down here in the southeast corner, see what it looks like. Well, it looks really nice there. Not a cloud in the sky and 50 degrees. It is definitely not feeling like February around here. So here's the Swan, down the Swan Highway. I did a video on this road. Yeah, again, there's some snow on the side of the road, but nothing on the road. So the driving right now is great around the state. But like I said, if you want to go somewhere or you just want to check out the webcams, this is a great app. So if you're going to visit up here or you live up here and just want to be able to know what you're getting into when you get in your car, get that app, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
Thank you for watching our video. Please call, text, or email for more information. And don't forget to watch our other videos about Montana.